think every country they have an uneasy recovery under the pandemic. Okay, so you can see particularly Taiwan's major economy partners and exporting markets, they are China, 40%. Our export destinations to China is about 40%. To the United States, USA, 14%. To Japan, 7%. And other EU, ASEAN, and Indian countries altogether, right? So you can see China is our major trading partners, okay? And so once, okay, China recover soon, okay, so Taiwan are benefit as well, okay, Taiwan are benefit as well. So actually, Taiwan's domestic market recovered soon since the June year 2020, okay, after the contained the local pandemic. But of course, in the year 2021, we have another wave of the pandemics, okay. But at that time, because we already have experiences, okay, so it did not have a much strong impact toward the industries, okay. However, that there is a possible second wave of the third wave aftershocks. We already experienced, okay, the second aftershock. Is it possible to have the third wave aftershock? We don't know yet, okay. And also, so far, the quick vaccine to cover the whole populations in Taiwan, there is a very slim hope for doing that. Okay. Also in Indonesia the same, because Indonesia is a big country. Okay. Yes, we have a vaccine already, but how can we have a good immune through the vaccine or through the transmissions? Okay, so far we haven't yet know it so far. Okay, so the border control, okay, or some kind of the border control measures are possible to be maintained, okay, for a little bit longer. Okay, maybe that is a so-called new normal. Okay, we have to adapt and accommodate, okay, the new situations, okay, as a new normal, okay, for every country, for everyone. Okay, we have to gradually to get used to it. Okay, and also I don't know, have you ever noticed that in recent years, particularly in recent dates, okay, months, there is a soaring flight of the container transportations. For example, you can see like the container ship, okay, they are high flying, okay, the container transportation cost, okay, to everyone. It caused a lot of the serious problems, okay, to the manufacturers, okay, because from China to the USA, okay, a container have already rising from more than 2,500 US dollar per container to more than 10,000 USD per container. It even reach, okay, it's 12,000, okay, USD per containers. Okay, so you can see why is that? Because of some countries there is the seaport control measures, and also some countries, for example, like Vietnam, they in the meantime they have difficulties. Okay, they have difficulties. So most of the orders moving from China to Vietnam, now they are going back to China. Okay, so a lot of the container ship, they are queuing outside the Chinese seaports. Okay, try to carry out goods. Okay, from China to the United States. Okay, they are queuing. Okay, also in America, like the San Francisco's, okay, like the Seattle, okay, American seaports, okay, they are not fully operating, okay, because of the border control and the pandemics, okay. So they are also allowed the container ship queuing outside the American seaports, waiting for delivery, okay, waiting for unpackings, okay, their loadings, okay, to the American people and to American populations, okay. So in the meantime, there is a very uneasy supply chain, okay, situations, okay, in the meantime. So, and because of the seaport transportations, like I said, so I think you also aware about the recent days in America, like the supermarket chain, there is a wave of the shortages, okay, happens, okay, in American supermarkets. The shortages is rampant, okay, in every different items, okay, because of the difficulties, okay, to shipping from the East Asia to the United States, okay. Some countries, they have difficulties. The China, they also have difficulties because a lot of the order back to China. So even China, they have the shortages of the power supply, okay. Also the chip shortages as well. Now there is a global chip shortages, okay, because a lot of the American the firms, they try to reallocate their productions, okay, they try to moving away from China. So it caused a lot of the chip shortages and the supplier shortages because the reallocations of the supply chain, it takes times. So you can see the chip stocks, okay, are trading at the recorded levels amid the component shortages, okay. Even though they produce more, but the demand is even higher. Do you really think that it is with really such a high demand for that? Okay, not necessarily. Okay, this is what we call is a bullwhip effect in the industrial supply chains. Okay, so you can see once there is a slightly change in the customers, okay, so they cause the overorder in the retailer. And the overorders is given to the manufacturers, okay. And then there is a bullwhip fluctuations in the suppliers too, okay. So that is what we call is the bullwhip effect. The bullwhip effects, okay, combined with the shortages and the manufacturer over concentration, and the over-concentration in China. Okay, over-concentration in China because India has problem. Okay, because Indonesia has problem. The Vietnam has problems. Okay, they now the manufacturer, they are over-concentrated in China. Also Thailand has problem too. Okay, so this kind of over-concentration caused a lot of the high rise the material supply in China. So there is over limits for the Chinese to increase, to expand the capacities to provide it to the rest of the world. Okay, so it caused a lot of the disruptions, okay, in the whole world. Okay, I can predict that this coming winter and this coming Christmas and this coming winters, we are going to see the most disturbance. Okay, disturbing winter and the disturbing Christmas. Okay, why is that? Because of the shortages and there's over demands. Okay, and there is enough supply and the shortages in China. Okay, think about it. In China now is September to October. The summer power supply, the difficulty has been passed, and the winter heating, the energy demands is not yet comes out. So China itself, it are going to have difficulties in the energies. Okay, so not to mention to supply, okay, to the rest of the world. Okay, so I can predict that this coming winter and the Christmas will be very disturbing a period of time for everyone. Okay, so causations of the bull whale. Okay, so you can see here, okay, we have the pandemic control. Okay, we have a pandemic control. We have a Sino-US trade war. Okay, everyone have to be relocations to their supply chains. Everyone has tried to find the decentralization. They are hoping not to over-centralize, okay, in China for their supply chain. They try to reallocate their supply chain. It already caused the disturbance, okay, to the supply chain. But it comes another pandemic, okay. So industrial shutdown, epidemic closures, and because of the pandemic, we want the geographical diversifications, okay. So combined together, it will cause a lot of the disruptions for the supply chain management, okay, in these coming winters, in these coming times, okay. So we are hoping that if a country they can recover soon in the pandemic, they may be able to get to grasp the opportunities, okay, for the industry to grow up, okay, faster, okay. But it is not the industry or the enterprise duty, responsibility itself, but it is the country, the government capabilities of the countries. Can you contain the pandemic as soon as possible or not? Okay, it will be highly related to your capability to win up, okay, this period of the time, the disruptions, and you can recover soon. Once you can recover soon, and your industry can recover soon as well.